Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, the writing was on the wall for the end of the grit and grind era in Memphis. So Mike Conley, the Grizzlies' all-time leader in points, assists, three-pointers, and games played, knew it was time for him to part ways with the organization. In joining Utah, Conley is on a team with a chance to once again compete deep into the playoffs. And Kevin, he's a significant upgrade for the Jazz.
You're right, D.A. A big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. The starters for the Utah Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the small forward. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management and ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the team that you don't have a chance to win the championship.
Now here is Conley from the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And here is Mitchell. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. A floater. And there's Jackson on the assist by Morant.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball was right there.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
6 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. Sinks the three-pointer.
An evolving part of Mitchell's game, the ability to simply catch and knock it down.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And I'm going to give him a lot of credit because he saw what he was up against and he was undeterred.
One shot.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Now here is Conley. Takes a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Here's Conley. Justice Winslow picking up that last bucket. Here's Bogdanovich. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And I tell you, Bogdanovich is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul. And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovich, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovich has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Winslow with it. To the left wing. Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. And it's off from three-point range.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Gobert with the block. They recover it. Jackson kicks to Winslow. Over Bogdanovich. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Jazz have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Over Brooks. Good on the baseline, Jay. Mitchell's got 5 points so far.
Boy, how valuable is Donovan Mitchell? Having him in the fold sets up this team moving forward.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Morant, Gobert with the block.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Morant with the steal. To the inside, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
When you have the size that Valanciunas has, there aren't many people getting in the way of your dunk.
Conley left side. Gobert finds Mitchell. Over Brooks. Rebounded by Valanciunas. For Memphis, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Winslow, the pass to Valanciunas. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Being that Valanciunas is 7 feet tall, he is a real problem for the defenses.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. 2 shots. And he knocks down the first one. The Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Now here's Morant, following the miss by Donovan Mitchell, and finished off by Morant.
Gotta love watching Morant get after it. He goes all out. Tank, never on him.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. The shot, no good. Nice feed from Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
O'Neal passes to Conley. It's rebounded by Memphis. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. So Morant will go to the free throw line. Michael Conley picks one up.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
That's good from Morant. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Brooks outside. Feeds it to Jackson. Over Bogdanovich. No good off the back of the rim. Jazz trail by 5. And now Utah, fast break. And it's Mitchell missing. Now Winslow. Here's Morant. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. That's 10 points for Ja Morant.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
Outside, Davis. The dish to Mitchell. Stolen by Brooks. It's Morant in the corner. And finished off by Morant.
And at 6'3", Morant sure can fly. Love when he gets up and throws it down.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. See, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high motion offense with a lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion.
Some stats for Winslow. Some last season stats for him. He was around 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Now here's Conley. No points in the game yet for him. Mitchell against Brooks. 4 on the clock. Conley for 3. That shot off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Count the basket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Conley. Justice Winslow picking up that last bucket. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
You know, he's wiry strong. Conley's made a living taking contact and making shots.
Morant dishes to Jackson. Valanciunas. The shot comes out. Davis with some nice D.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Back to Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's the three. And Winslow pulls it down. Memphis leading by 9. To the paint. Here's Morant. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. 14 points for John Morant.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now, here's Mitchell. He has 5. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Outside, Bogdanovich. Fades back. Here's Davis. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. Davis against Valanciunas. And there's Jackson on the assist from Valanciunas. And the Grizzlies lead by 11. Enzo Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. Poked loose, stolen by Brooks.
Come get it.
Pass to Winslow. Knocked loose, stolen by Conley. He dishes it to Bogdanovich, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Jackson gets the bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Jazz trail by 11. Right side, Conley. Mitchell outside. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 7 points in the game.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
Winslow finds Brooks. Now here's Morant. 4 on the shot clock. Over Conley. And that one goes long. Utah has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school. 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title. And then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
He kicks to Bogdanovich. There's 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now here's Conley. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Nice shot by Brooks. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Conley surveying the D. And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. Mitchell outside. Passes it to O'Neal. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul.
And the Jazz making a change here.
Now into the lineup for the Jazz, Joe Ingles.
15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Rebounded by the Jazz. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. 1 second left. He squares up and sinks it. Bogdanovich has got 8 points. And so it's Memphis. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of, laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing. But I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about, winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Grizzlies enjoying a nice lead here.
You can see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Utah, Boudier out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Davis in at the power forward. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Boudier with the ball. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport. Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Memphis leading by 13. Inside. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And the Jazz with possession following the score by Memphis. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all three levels.
For Utah, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. When you look at the luxury tax structure, Smitty, it's now more expensive than ever to maintain a championship contending roster.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's a choice of a lot of these organizations. Some owners want to do it, some don't. But I think if you want to win a championship, you're going to have to open up your checkbook.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
Jazz trail by 13. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Jones against Boudier. And that one drops for him.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
For Utah, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Dishes it to Clarkson. From 15 feet away. Up again. It's good on the putbacks.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And the Grizzlies leading by 13. He's covered by Clarkson. Valanciunas inside. Gobert on him. No good from Valanciunas.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's his first personal.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
The Jazz have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And Memphis making a change here. Zhang's checked in.
One shot.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here's Jones. 9-point game his last outing. Shot clock at 6. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And he gets it to go. Clarkson's got 7 points in the game. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the pass to Zhang. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
Knocked away. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Last season, he played outstanding. First in field goal percentage, third in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. Now here's Brooks. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. Back to Zhang. Jones from outside. That shot, no good. So Utah will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Clarkson kicks to Moutier. Outside, Davis. Here's Clarkson. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Jones against Moutier. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Anderson. And another miss by Memphis.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Timeout.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
So timeout called here. The first. Checked in for Utah. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Now here's Brooks. The feed to Jones. Moutier with the rebound. Jazz Jazz trail by 8. Down low, here's Ingles, and he uses the glass on the layup. Ingles has got his first 2 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Defended by Moutier. O'Neal against Jones. Over O'Neal. Here's Chang. And another miss by Memphis. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Clarkson finds Moutier. Now here's Gobert, defended by Anderson. Here's Moutier. The offensive rebound. And there's Gobert, putting it right back in. Now just a 4-point Grizzly lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jones, the pass to Chang. Over Gobert. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
And you know, the adjustments should have already been made. They know he's a good shooter from that spot.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Rudy wanted it more than anyone else. He's going to be around for a long time. Look forward to watching him.
Jones against Moutier. No good from outside. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Ingles. Misses in close.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Pass to Brooks. A 3 ball. A rebound by the Jazz.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Jones after the basket by Utah. Moutier with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Now here's Moutier following the missed shot by Tyus Jones. Pass to Clarkson. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. From deep. It doesn't go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Anderson can't get it to go. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Ingles, the basket, good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Pass to Chang. Back to Jones. Chang inside, defended by Gobert. Feet out. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game.
A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 9. Back to O'Neal. Over Brooks. Ingles trying to get open. And again, it's Utah.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
And those great veterans, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Utah. Mitchell comes in for Moutier. And the Grizzlies with possession here, trailing by 2. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. Here's Winslow. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Traps in the tray.
because he's so good at putting the ball on the floor and making plays, the three is going to be available to Donovan Mitchell.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. You saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the players?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to get more of that. And also, I think, you know, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season starts, just reinforcing and stating the rules.
Checked in for the Grizzlies.
Clark.
And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Rudy Gobert, third.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Brooks outside. Memphis moving it around. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there.
Tomorrow had a chance to check out stats for Donovan Mitchell. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 23 points a game last year. 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And for him, it's all about getting better each time he takes the floor.
Also, he needs to avoid distractions on the court and off the court. Just focus on the job at hand.
And the first one at the line is good.
Showing natural leadership skills, Morant has developed great rapport with his teammates.
So he gets them both.
When Gordon Hayward left the Jazz 3 summers ago, some expected a rebuild. Instead, they hit gold with Donovan Mitchell and kept on trucking.
Mitchell right side, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the heartbreak over losing Hayward, short-lived, but the Jazz still needed to learn from it.
Very important that the Jazz retain the stars they developed. I think there were some lessons learned along the way.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
I love Donovan Mitchell's versatility as a scorer. Half court, in transition, at the line, adapts his game to whatever the night calls for.
And Mitchell drops them both.
You know, he stands 6'3", but Donovan Mitchell's 6'11" wingspan more than compensates. He has the tools to be an elite two-way player.
There's the pass to Morant. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
And look at the physical profile for Mitchell, a world-class athlete.
And it's his aggressiveness for me that puts him over the top. Doesn't shrink from the big moments. He embraces that spotlight.
Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Morant. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Just superior focus for Morant. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
One shot.
That's good from Morant.
A new Memphis head coach, 3 of the last 4 seasons. Changeover in the front office as well. Hopefully, they'll find some continuity moving forward.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Gobert dishes to Clarkson. Over to the wing. Here's Mitchell. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
If he keeps knocking down that shot, Donovan Mitchell is poised to be a dominant player for years to come.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. Here's Brooks. Kicks it to Morant. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Mitchell passes to Bogdanovich. With 1 on the clock. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Jazz lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a rough ride in the first quarter for Utah. They were searching for some kind of spark as they had to contend with what had grown to a 13-point deficit for them in the period. Moving on to the second quarter, big-time momentum shift as they came out blazing, wiping the deficit away and now lead by 2. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you could tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
I love it. You know why I love it, Ernie? Because they're getting the ball inside and converting. Not just sitting back behind the line shooting threes. See, that's kept the defense scrambling, unable to lock in on anything. Get it in, or kick it back out, then you shoot it.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
And some of it's just a mindset. He came into this game with a very unselfish approach, and his teammates have benefited from it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. A 2-point game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
For Utah, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. That free throw missing.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
And he's good on the second.
They may not get the spotlight, but the Utah Jazz are one of the best run teams in the NBA. They're run as a legacy trust. That means every dime of profit goes back into the team.
Pass to Valanciunas. Outside Jackson. Brooks kicks to Winslow. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Steve, you were talking about the reinvestment for the Jazz. An upgraded arena, new practice facility.
Necessary moves, you know this, to stay competitive. The Jazz fans love their team, and they're showing that commitment in return.
Now O'Neal. After Justice Winslow missing on that last three-pointer. Bogdanovich finds Conley. Off target from three-point range. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
A low release push shot for Jaren Jackson on the perimeter. The form is a bit unorthodox, but it's consistent, and he gets it off quickly. And by the way, he's a 7-footer.
You know, Smitty, when defenders close out, Jaren Jackson has shown the ability to attack off the dribble.
Also, Kevin, despite shooting with his right, he almost always drives to his left. Comfortable finishing with either hand in the paint.
That's good from Jackson. Jackson hits both of them.
And this summer, a lot of work in the weight room for Jaren Jackson Jr. Rebounding, one of his few weaknesses last season. Adding strength, it will help.
Now here's Conley. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Brooks. Banked in off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. And a high rate of fouls for Jaren Jackson, and Smitty dating back to college.
You're right. Adding strength can also help in that area. Able to do your work early is also a key for him, and also denying deep position.
For the 3, and Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. High arcing shot, and Morant will lay it in. And now it's a 3-point Grizzly lead.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Bogdanovich passes to Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
A floater, and it's good on the way in. Morant's got 25 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Mitchell outside. There's the three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. It counts, and the foul. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovic.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
One shot.
Jazz trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Gobert. He's got 6. 6 on the shot clock. Mitchell outside. Shoots over Morant, but they recover it. Second shot opportunity and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
When Gobert gets in deep, that's often your best option, is to wrap him up and send him to the line.
You know, it's tougher to get recognition in a small market like Utah, Smitty. Rudy Gobert says he has to do 3 times as much to draw attention.
And at the same time, his focus is still on team and winning. His leadership is very important to them.
First free throw is good.
He's a great defender. He's improved his scoring. Rudy Gobert has put a lot of work into his body and game.
And Gobert drops them both. Here's Morant. He's got 25. They double him with Mitchell. On the wing, Jackson. Brooks with no one around. No good on the triple. Jazz trail by 4. And here is Conley. He kicks it to Mitchell. Over Brooks. They get it back. Passes it to O'Neal. Now Mitchell. Covered by Winslow. Utah getting another chance here. Back to O'Neal. The 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Winslow kicks to Morant. Back to Winslow. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Now, here's Mitchell. Just as Winslow missing his last shot, Mitchell buries it from about 10 feet away. Mitchell's got 16.
Well, coming in, you know Donovan Mitchell's going to get shots. All you can do defensively is try to make it tough on him.
Stolen by O'Neal. And now Utah, fast break for the tie with the second effort. And Mitchell with the layup. Mitchell's got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
He has done everything possible to keep his team in this one. What a performance from him.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
Justice Winslow. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. Jazz on D. Here's Brooks. And the layup is good. Brooks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Ingles with the ball. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. That one doesn't go.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's foul number 2 for him. The pass to Ingles. Six to shoot. Pass to Mitchell. Stolen by Brooks.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
Jazz trail by 4. Ingles passes to Mitchell. And the rejection by Jackson. It's Bogdanovich on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Jazz passing it around. 5 to shoot. Conley with the 3.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Anderson kicks to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, when Morant gets it dialed up, he can be unstoppable. Just too many ways to score.
Now here is Conley. Here's the dish to Mitchell. Shoots from 12. And it's Morant with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Michael Conley picks one up.
The 6'9" Kyle Anderson has a 7'3" wingspan. A big asset defensively. Not the most athletic, but he racks up blocks and steals.
And you look at Anderson, he likes playing with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he has good ball handling for his size and great court vision. We call him slow-mo, but he can get to the rim on his drives, and he's a good finisher when he gets inside.
The first free throw is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And the Jazz making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Gobert dishes to Bogdanovich. Gobert trying to get open. Bogdanovich, no luck. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Here's Morant. Makes it off the glass. Morant's got 10 points here in the second half.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Utah calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
Clarkson against Brooks. Clarkson kicks to Mitchell. Clarkson against Jackson. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Here's Clarkson. Here's Bogdanovich. And it's blocked. Now here's Morant. Covered by Mitchell. Now Morant. He's got 31. They double him with Mitchell. And the dunk by Valanciunas. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 15 rebounds.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Now, here's Valanciunas. 10 points for him. Second chance shot. And Jackson finishes inside. Jackson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Clarkson trying to get open is Bogdanovich. Here's Clarkson. He can't get that one. Nice D from Brooks. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. And it's Morant missing. Jazz shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Brooks against Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. Clarkson dishes to Ingles. The three. But they'll get another chance.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
He started off solid. Had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
Morant passes to Brooks. Lays it up off the glass. Brooks has got 6 points in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Mitchell kicks to Bogdanovich. Passes it to Ingles. Takes the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Ingles has got 7 points in the game.
You see the practice time Ingles has put in. Completely in rhythm. No problem with that shot.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. And the pass to Valanciunas. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful. Inside and on the block.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. Clarkson against Brooks. To the middle. Here's Mitchell. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now here's Morant. He has 31. Inside. Here's Valanciunas. And it's sent back by Mitchell.
This is the elite defense Mitchell provides, and you've got to love how he competes. He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Down low, here's Bogdanovich. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Clark. Jones.
Here's Mitchell. 18 points for him. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Memphis. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
One of the biggest things is not to react to anything. Okay? Get to the next play and get the defensive boards. All right? Stumps, it's defensive boards.
Well, as we just heard, asking his guys to just keep it moving. Quinn Snyder doesn't want his guys to get caught up in their own heads.
I mean, great point. There's no value in dwelling on each mistake. Learn what you can, then forget about it. Move on.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Clarkson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Joe Ingles. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Gobert in at the 5, down low. Now here's Morant. Jones, no one around him. Trains it from beyond the arc. Jones has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Grizzlies. Mitchell passes to Bogdanovic. And here's Gobert. Pass to Clarkson. This one for 3. No good that time.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Here's Mitchell. Following the basket by John Morant. Mitchell with it. Kicks it to Clarkson. Pass to Ingles. Shot clock at 6. Back to Clarkson. Shoots over Morant. Another miss by Utah.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Out to Brooks. Ingles against Jones. Fires from deep. A rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's Jazz trail by 20. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
We know he's an explosive guard with a scoring mentality, but he's making big plays for others.
Now here's Morant. To the inside. Valanciunas. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Clarkson. Nice feed from Valanciunas. Memphis leading by 20. Here's Jones. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Bogdanovic kicks to Clarkson. Here's Mitchell. Knocks down the 3 ball. Mitchell's got 21.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
They double him with Mitchell. Passes it to Morant. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. And here's Jones. Here's Clark. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one. Jazz trail by 21. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. They get it back. Nice shot by Gobert.
Now, this is why Gobert is shooting over 60% for his career. Highly efficient inside.
Morant dishes to Clark. Pass to Brooks. Outside, Jones. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Again, the miss by Jones. Ingles against Brooks. Snatched up. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Back to Ingles. Second chance effort. And Jones pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 19 points. Tipped away. And now Ingles pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Good finish in transition by Joe Ingles. And on the other side, you have to make sure you get back and defend.
Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Brooks with the bucket.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Utah with the ball after Memphis gets the three. Here's Clarkson. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Winslow's checked in. Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Conley now comes in for Jordan Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. A three from Bogdanovich. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Conley against Jones. Here's Valanciunas. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 5 assists tonight.
Valanciunas has a look from the mid-range. He is very comfortable taking it.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
Fades away. Hits the front of the rim and out. Jazz trail by 18. Has to come. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. 22 is their biggest lead. Got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Now Conley passes to Gobert. Gobert double teamed. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin, and he said
Jordan player of the game, Ja Morant.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Grizzlies leading by 14. Jones, the pass to Brooks. Here's Valanciunas. Memphis moving it around. On the basket by Jones.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Got a piece of it, and he gets it back. It's good. Mitchell's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Brooks outside. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Gobert with the block. Here's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Conley against Jones. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Just 4 to shoot. Now the pass to Bogdanovich. From deep. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Brooks kicks to Valanciunas. Here's the teardrop. And it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists now in this one. Jazz trail by 16. Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. Back to Conley. Clock at 6. Pass to Mitchell from downtown. And Winslow pulls it down.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the three. The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And for Justice Winslow, the former 10th overall pick out of Duke, he has transformed himself into a Swiss Army knife of a wing player. Gives you a bit of everything.
Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. It's funny to think that not too long ago, Smitty, Winslow was viewed as a defensive specialist.
And in all fairness, that was not too long ago, like you said, Kevin. But what I like now, his playmaking has improved to where he can create for others, and he's getting more and more confident on his threes and scoring.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now, here's Valanciunas following the miss by Donovan Mitchell.
Is personal foul. At the line for your Grizzlies, Jared Jackson. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Steve, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players, boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint of from a players and organizations with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree. Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. He dishes it to Mitchell. Passes it to O'Neal. To halt the run, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Shooting for Utah, Royce O'Neal. At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Grizzlies leading by 19 points. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Valanciunas in the high post. The pass to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. And Valanciunas kicks to Morant. Pulls up, high post, 2 points. That one goes. Morant's got 14 points now in the second half.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group for the Jazz. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Niang. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. You think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
And so he hits both. 1:30 left in the game.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident looking performance for Memphis.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ja Morant.
You love to see this kind of leadership, directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
Now here's Jackson, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Defended by Mudiay. Offensive rebound. And here's Utah. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Tucker the pass to Williams-Goss. Now here's Tucker, guarded by Jackson. Here's Mudiay. No good on the 3. Now Now here's Jackson. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of controlling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Defensive teams tonight, Doris. Is that due to talent, scheme, or hustle, or what do you attribute it to?
I think, Kevin, you just named the three things that are prerequisites to being a great defensive unit. Number one, you have got to have individual talent that is suited athletically to guard. Number two, you've got to have a great scheme that the coach has put in position. How are you guarding the pick and roll? Do you want to top block? Do you want to get out and challenge? Are you switching the pick and roll? And a lot of that comes down to, do you want to be great? Are you going to lay it all out there? Are you going to sacrifice your body? All of those things are a necessity.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Morant. With a floater, and he sinks the layup.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who is able to talk with Taylor Jenkins.
Well, guys, with 2 losses in 3 games, they feel they know what works and doesn't work against this team. Coach told me that playing patient and being smart on offense was the big difference in the wins and losses. He said if they can do that, they'll end the season with a series split. Well, we'll see. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. Sounds like to execute the plan, Greg, they're going to have to get that good shot selection.
No doubt about it, Kevin. If you want to shoot a high percentage in this league, you have to be patient, and you have to understand what quality of shots you get.
And that's why you have a designed offense. Create the kind of looks you want so you don't have to play hero ball.
Now, here's Mitchell. Following the miss by John Morant. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert with the size and length, they factor on the glass right now.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Gobert against Valanciunas. Dishes to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Winslow. And the Grizzlies get it back. Gobert with the block.
This is Gobert's specialty. Twice on the pipes from the Stifle Tower.
Jazz have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Conley the pass to Gobert. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Mitchell, the shot off that time. Nice D from Brooks. Memphis trailing here. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Here's Conley. Hands the 12-footer. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline.
Look at Rudy Gobert here. Great showing for him last season. First in field goal percentage, third in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. Now here's Jackson. He kicks it to Morant. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. And the dunk by Jackson.
A great job to kick it back and create the easy one.
That's the unselfishness you want to see. To try and score consistently, you have to work together.
Here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Now here's Morant following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
I thought his physicality was crucial too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
And Conley gets it to go. The assist by O'Neal.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Valanciunas, stolen by Mitchell. Outside Conley. Pass to O'Neal. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
One shot.
And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
Morant with it, outguarded by Bogdanovich, and that one's good. Morant.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
Outside Conley. Oh, the lob to Gobert. It's deflected. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Morant with it. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And that's now 6 points for John Morant. Here's Conley. The dish to Gobert. Passes it to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. Just 5 to shoot. shoots from the line. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the night.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Here's Conley. Morant with the steal. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Knocked loose. And Valanciunas kicks to Morant. Good D by Mitchell.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Here's Morant following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Comes up empty down low. Here's O'Neal. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Grizzlies on defense. They trail by 1. Conley the pass to Gobert. Mitchell dishes to Conley. Lets it go with a 3.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling. That's how you play defense.
That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Morant's got 8 points.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Boy, Greg, neither team willing to give an inch and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
The putback, and there's Gobert putting it right back in. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Kev, if you don't check out Rudy Gobert, you deserve to get dunked on.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now here's Conley. He dishes it to Mitchell. With the shot. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Boy, that is just too easy. As Gobert gets this close, forget about it.
And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. Here's Valanciunas. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. A lot of competitors in this league, Doris, and you've got to be that way to play at this level. I know you have a list of competitors that you admire a lot.
It's those guys, Kevin, who have that insatiable desire to win. The guys who absolutely despise losing, who it almost hurts. It's painful physically. Giannis Antetokounmpo is driven to be great. He wants an NBA championship. LeBron James has got multiple titles and continues to pursue greatness. What I love about great NBA players, it's never enough, Kevin.
Valanciunas hits them both.
Well, Kevin, the 5th overall pick back in 2011, Valanciunas has worked so hard to improve his entire game. I'll tell you, it's paid off, Kevin. He can impact a game in a lot of different ways.
Mitchell, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. That's 10 points for John Morant.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Mitchell. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Outside Conley. And it's Morant with the rebound.
And you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Here's Conley. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The drive by Brooks. He's off on that one. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. It's a 5-point game. The putback.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
And for Memphis, they're shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. Now here's Morant. Guarded closely.
Did you guys just see that? Listen, Bogdanovich can guard, but shot blocking? Wow.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Mitchell against Brooks. And it's Mitchell missing.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit. He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
And the Jazz with possession here. Trailing by 5. Last time they met was in Utah.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
They grabbed their own miss. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Bogdanovich staying confident down low, being physical with the defense, and gets rewarded with a trip to the foul line.
Utah shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Boy, when you talk to his teammates and his coaching staff, Bojan Bogdanovich, one of the toughest guys you'll see in the league. He doesn't say much, kind of stays to himself, but boy, when the ball goes up, does this guy compete.
And he makes both free throws. And growing up a young child in the violence of Croatia during the Yugoslav wars, Doris, Bogdanovich said it affected everyone.
Not only that, Kevin, but think about it. This is a young man who at 16 years of age left his home on his own to go play pro basketball in Madrid. And what does it translate to? Well, he can now speak 4 languages. I'll tell you this, Bogey knows a thing or two about resiliency.
Here's Valanciunas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Looking to get it going. The shot, no good. Nice D from Brooks. Memphis leading by 5. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Stolen by O'Neal. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Mitchell passes to Bogdanovich. Over Valanciunas. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here's the fast break. There's Winslow. And there it is for him. And it's a 7-point Grizzly lead. And so it's Memphis, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
Very key to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Kyle Anderson is out there with Brooks. Then it's Morant. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Anderson. That one falls. Anderson's got the lead up to 9 now for Memphis.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Mudiay, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Anderson outside. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, DA. Thank you. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Of course, you can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get. Well, and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right. Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
And so Jones nails both of them. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Memphis shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
and they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Now here's Moutier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And here's Bogdanovich for three. Hits the three-point bomb.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Jones looking for an opening. To the wing on the left. Chang against Gobert. 5 on the clock. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Bogdanovich lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 3-point Memphis lead.
I'll tell you, Joe Ingles is proving that as a passer, he is a special player.
Brooks outside. Outside, Jones. Pass to Chang. Over Gobert. The Grizzlies with another miss. Jazz trail by 3. Clarkson up top, defended by Anderson. The pass to Moutier. Now Clarkson. And here is Ingles. His last outing with 20 points. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And it's good for 2. Bogdanovich has got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, deceptive speed to me on that drive. Bogdanovich able to slice through the defense.
Moutier against Jones. Floats one. Gobert with the defensive effort.
You know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Now here's Moutier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Gobert down low. Working on Anderson. Anderson with the block. And he recovers it. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Ingles. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead bucket. Memphis leading. He's covered by Clarkson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Moutier looking around. Pass to Clarkson. Pass to Bogdanovich over Anderson. And it's Bogdanovich again missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Now Jones. 9-point game his last outing. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Utah's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Pass to Clarkson. Launches it. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Occupying that instant offense role, Doris. Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
Bogdanovich. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Anderson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
Yeah, easy call.
And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
Free throw, good, Anderson. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment.
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Here is Anderson. Brooks kicks to Jones. Back to Brooks. There's the pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. From 12 feet out. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Start a 3-game homestand with that game.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
This is to Jang. Back to Jones. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Well, Gorgui Zhang, as a big man, is an excellent passer. That's a pretty look.
Moutier against Jones. It's stolen by Jones. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Brooks has got the ball. And it's Jones. That time on the assist by Brooks. Brooks has got 4 assists now tonight.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Now here's Moutier. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Well, a nice defensive play. Altered the shot, then stayed right there to clean up the glass.
It's Anderson with the drive. Good on the bucket.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Thunder. Moutier finds Bogdanovich. 3-pointer. Jazz working now with the fresh shot clock. And the basket by Ingles.
See, I think you want more of this from Joe Ingles. He has the size and length to keep plays alive.
Memphis leading by 6. Jones with it. 8 points for him. Defended by Moutier. 6 on the shot clock. Ingles against Jones. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Jones has got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Here's Moutier. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And the rejection by Jang. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
And taking a look here at some stats for Moutier, how he did last season. Averaged about 14 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Now, here's Clarkson. Bogdanovich missing his last shot. Fires for 3. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Anderson, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call. Utah the foul. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
2 shots.
Free throw good from Anderson.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
A different look for Utah. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Bogdanovich, and Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Jazz trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Looking to get back on track here. Here's Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Gobert has settled in his ability to get to the free throw line. I'll tell you, he is excellent at getting physical with the defense and drawing contact.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
No good on that. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, at 7'1", Rudy Gobert has become known as the Stifle Tower, and this guy's starting to excel and get a bigger role on the offensive end.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And Doris, Rudy Gobert has come a long way as a finisher.
No doubt, Kevin. He has led the league in field goal percentage, and they have worked so hard to get his balance and strength correct. This guy is becoming more and more dangerous as a scorer.
Take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
On defense, Utah. Jackson finds Winslow. And here's Morant. Pass to Valanciunas. 5 to shoot. Morant with a wide open look. Off target from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Teardrop shot, and O'Neal finishes inside. O'Neal's got his second bucket of the night. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Now here's Winslow. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
.157 left to play here in the second quarter. Clarkson dishes to O'Neal. Mitchell looking it over. Kicks to Clarkson. Clock at 4. Over Brooks. Nice D from Brooks. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Winslow, the pass to Morant. And he comes up with the deuce. Morant's got 14 points.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Passes it to Gobert. He kicks it to O'Neal. 1:12 left in the first half of the game. Here's Mitchell. Banked in off the glass. 6 points for him.
Donovan Mitchell has got the size and the skill to score over the bigs on the interior. That's easy work for this young man.
Now here's Morant. He's got 14. Gobert with the block. And here is Mitchell. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's only a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
Now here's Morant. That one good for 2. 8 points for Valanciunas.
But Kevin, this guy's been adept at finding ways to finish inside. Jonas Valanciunas doesn't miss many of these chances. Given an opportunity, he'll deliver.
Good on the shot.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Here's Morant. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the half. Now Mitchell. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor. So they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They've got the 7-point lead. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
They're not getting to the line or putting enough pressure on the defense. They have to be much more aggressive pushing the basketball, going hard to the rack. Because if you want the ref to make a call, put them in the position to make a judgment call. If you're not creating opportunities for contact, you have no chance of picking up points at the line.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Enzo Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here is O'Neal. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. And too long on the shot. Memphis leading by 7. On the wing, Winslow. Left side, Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Winslow with it. Up top, Valanciunas. shot, high post, and there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. O'Neal kicks to Bogdanovich. Mitchell outside. 6 to shoot. The pass to Gobert. And the rejection by Jackson.
And let's check out the numbers for Mitchell. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 23 points a game last year, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he had to pay his dues that rookie campaign, earning his stripes. A lot of people think he could have a breakout year this season.
Well, when you hear it from his coaches and his teammates, they've been singing his praises. So let's see if he can prove them right.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Morant. It's stolen by Gobert. Conley into the lane. And he uses the glass on the layup. Conley's got his third basket of the night.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cuff, nicely done.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Free throw line jump shot. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Outside Conley. The dish now to Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Heads-up defensive play by Jonas Valanciunas. The alert, the aware, the always ready to send it back.
Memphis leading by 5. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Morant. And another miss by Memphis.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Mitchell with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Shoots from the elbow. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 12 points in the game.
When you think pure scorer, one of the guys that comes to mind, as young as he is, Donovan Mitchell.
And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Here is Conley, following the basket by Ja Morant. Got a piece of it. Morant with the steal. One-on-one here. Brooks with no one around. Drains the three-pointer. And it's an 8-point Grizzly lead.
What's amazing about Morant, he racks up steals even though he doesn't naturally gamble a lot.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Shoots over Morant. And it's Mitchell missing.
Now, I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Winslow's shot is off. Jazz trail by 8. Outside Conley. He dishes it to Mitchell. To the paint. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Mitchell. 11 points in the game.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocked.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Conley. He has 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Throw good, Conley.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Clark comes in for Jackson, and it's Kyle Anderson in for Justice Winslow. And Conley drops them both. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Jazz trail by 6. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive. Nice.
Here's Clark. Chalk up 2 there. Clark's got his first bucket of the night. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. And Davis now top of the key. Morant with the steal. They're running for the finish, and finished off by Morant.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
Now here is Conley. He's got 8 from the arc. That shot misses. And here is Brooks. From 13, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Bogdanovich looking around.
I see you.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. It's Morant in the corner. The three-pointer no good. Jazz trail by 8. Bogdanovich finds Conley. Up and in on the layup. Conley's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Pass to Clark. Dishes it to Anderson. And Davis pulls it down. Utah's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. Poked away and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Brooks outside. Passes it to Valanciunas. No good on that one. So Utah will take it the other way. Mitchell outside. Pass to Conley. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
Now, here's Mitchell. 14 points for him. Outside, Davis. Shot clock at 5. Morant with the steal.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other. And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Here is Conley. 10 points for him. On the wing, Ingles.
Conley.
The Jazz working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, the ability to rise and fire and catch and shoot situations, he keeps the defenders off balance.
Here's Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Morant's got 8 points in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Conley. There's the 3. And it's Mitchell missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Out to the wing. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Rebound, Utah. Mitchell outside. Davis. Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got his 16th rebound on the night. Anderson against O'Neal. And Anderson kicks to Clark. And the pass to Brooks. Good, nice job down low. Clark's got his second basket of the night.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here is Conley. 10 points for him. Can't hit from in close.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Down low. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket for Mitchell.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Feeds to Morant. Back to Clark. Kicks to Anderson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Anderson's got 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Ingles finds Conley. Shoots over Morant. It's Clark with the rebound. Memphis leading by 9. Here's Brooks. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. Outside, Davis. Back to Conley. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And it's Mitchell missing. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Brooks misses. Jazz trail by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Ripped away. Pushing it up. Goes up. And it's Clark with the jam.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Now Mitchell from deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Grizzlies out in front as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Everybody keep shooting the ball. All right? Jumpers will go. All right? They come in flurries. You miss a couple, you make a couple, all of a sudden, bam, bam.
Time to keep it fast and loose. Quinn Snyder asking his guys to stay aggressive on offense.
And you have to take the shots that the system is designed to create. If you don't, everybody gets bogged down, and that creates much bigger problems.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Morant is out there with Jones. And there's Jackson, and it's Justice Winslow, and it's Clark in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Count that one.
Well, this guy's so consistent at staying engaged on the offensive end. Is Mitchell a shoot-first guard? You bet.
Pass to Clark. On the wing, Winslow. Shot clock at 6. Releases from 15. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. High arcing shot. They get it back. And that one's good by Clark.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now, here's Clarkson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.